Hello guys, Rollback1 here along with Charmander in the background, as always, coming at you with duels and deck profiles. A segment on my channel where I show you guys any decks out there that you want to see if I put a vote on them, which we did for this one, or decks that are new, decks that are coming out, decks that are just in generally changed to a completely new level, showcase them on the channel and give you guys a list with some games around that as well. Now, this duels and deck profiles was obviously a vote for duels and deck profiles, so I posted 3 different archetypes on my community page. So if you ever want to go ahead and go over there, vote for something, see what I post, and just in general, you know, look at the community tab to see what other people are saying or what I'm ever posting there, go ahead and check that, because I will be putting a lot of the votes for the duels and deck profiles there, so please go check them out. And this week we put up the Constellas, Witchcrafters, and Plunder Patrol for vote, and literally I couldn't believe it. Charmander couldn't believe it, but Plunder Patrol literally took almost all the votes. Like, at first it was like something stupid like 60%, then it went down a bit and ended on like 48% in the poll. And honestly, I couldn't believe it how 48% of you, and even more of you, wanted to see Plunder Patrol on the channel again. So, well, obviously we're going to be showcasing Plunder Patrol today's video. But guys, if you do ever want to, you know, like vote for one of these decks, they will be normally a poll on the community tab each week if I'm doing a duels and deck profiles to showcase to you guys. So just go ahead and go over there whenever you feel like it to go ahead and check if there's a poll, or hey, if I ever post something there as well. But let's go ahead and swap over to the EDO Pro to go ahead and show you guys the deck profile, which is right here. Now, this deck profile is something that I made to be very versatile. And what I mean by versatile is I wanted to play a lot of cards that would keep the consistency up while also having ways to disrupt my opponent. And as you can see that I'm playing a lot of Plunder Patrol cards, which is standard, but I'm also playing a lot of hand traps / cards that will stop my opponent / cards that will give me a lot of consistency. And you're going to see that in this video. So let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. So starting off, we play Free Helm of the Plunder Patrol. This one is one of the ones that allows you to go ahead and summon your plunder from your extra deck if your opponent has an appropriate attribute on their field or in their graveyard. So if your opponent has a fire in their graveyard or on their board, you can go ahead and put this card in the spell and trap card zone, special summon out your Fire Plunder Patrol from the extra deck. This card is also the best Plunder Patrol monster just for the fact that whenever it's sent from your hand or field to the graveyard, you get to go ahead and special summon 1 Plunder Patrol monster from your deck. So that just makes the card absolutely insane. It does lock you into Plunder Patrol monsters for the rest of the term, but it doesn't matter because this deck is purely focused on summoning Plunder Patrol monsters. If you're summoning another monster, you got lucky, and there are ways to summon other monsters, but you want to be playing Free Helm because he is your best discard, best consistency card, and just insane Plunder Patrol monster in general, being one that summons from the extra deck and also summons from the deck itself. We also play, though, 2 Helm, Matey, sorry, 2 Redbeard, which is basically the same as Whitebeard to an extent, where if there is an appropriate attribute on your opponent's field or in their graveyard, you get to go ahead and put it in the spell and trap card zone and equip it to an extra deck monster that you special summon. But the reason we're only playing 2 of this one and not 3 of it is because, yes, it has that effect, but its discard effect isn't as good. But you still need it in the deck because it can be very detrimental, well, very good at times when using this effect. So whenever this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you get to go ahead and equip it to your Plunder Patrol monster. So if you're going to go ahead and send it for the link summon of your Blackbeard, that's not going to be very good. It's going to be pretty bad. But when this card really comes in handy is when you're going to be using this effect for a fusion summon or for a synchro summon. Equipping this card to a Bran or a Lease is absolutely insane because it makes the Bran have its quick effect and it makes the Lease still able to search a Plunder Patrol card from the deck. So when it's the Xyz monster or the Link monster, the card isn't very great. But in general, the card is really good when you're doing it for a synchro or a fusion summon. So it's got its good parts, but it's also got its bad parts as well. But it's still a 2-of in the deck because we want to have it in the deck at least 2. It's not a card we always want to see in the opening hand, but it's a card that we do want to play. We're also playing 3 of the card that will be coming out soon in the TCG, and I cannot wait for this card to come out, and that is Ravenwing, the Plunder Patrol Pilot. And this card is absolutely insane for Plunder Patrol. I cannot wait for this card to come out because it really does make the deck 100 times better. What this card basically does is you can target a Plunder Patrol monster in your graveyard, special summon it to the board, and return that card to your hand. So pretty much what you do is you go ahead and activate Ravenwing, you return Helm to your hand that you've already discarded or you've already sent to the graveyard from the field, especially summon something from the deck, and then you just got to go ahead and have that as a discard fodder for the following turn, while also putting another body on the board, which is just absolutely insane. And also its send from hand or field effect is also pretty good, where if it's sent from the monster zone to the graveyard or from the hand to the graveyard, you get to go ahead and target a Plunder Patrol monster that's in the spell and trap card zone and get a free special summon. So not only is it a free recovery in the deck, which is just absolutely insane, but the card is also a free summon from the spell and trap card zone, which just gives you that additional utility to go ahead and get more monsters on the board and get more damage as well, helping your OTK strategies there too. So it's just really good recyclability and really good special summon consistency, so it's really nice there. We also play 2 Bluebeard, which this one basically does, it's not the best one. Honestly, it's the worst Plunder Patrol monster in the deck, because what this card basically does is if you have a Plunder Patrol monster on the board, you can special summon it from your hand, and if it's sent from your hand or monster zone to the graveyard, you can discard a card and draw a card. Now, that's not amazing, I'll be honest. It's something that I was playing at 1 originally, but then bumped up to 2. But the card is very necessary in the deck, and I say that just for the fact, well, if you've opened a hand that can't get you anywhere and you need that additional special summon, then to be able to go ahead and make like a Blackbeard or something, then you just go ahead and special summon it from the hand, you make the Blackbeard, and then you have that ability to summon from during your opponent's turn. And also having this card in the deck in general, being a free summon, being able to ditch like a dead card such as maybe, I don't know, your Foolish Burial of Goods because it's a hard once per turn, or discarding something like a Pot of Prosperity because you've already used it that turn. Well, you can't actually do it if you discard Pot of Prosperity, sorry, because if you use Pot of Prosperity, you can't draw cards that turn, but if you've got it in your hand and you've already activated an effect that would draw you a card, then it does come up there as well, because it just gives you that ability to get rid of dead cards, get you to more useful cards, which can be kind of nice at times there as well. But yeah, 2 Bluebeard, it's a free special summon, which is main utility, and its discard effect can come up at times. Then 3 Golden Hair. Now, Golden Hair in this deck is actually really, really good for the fact that it's a 1 card, well, a 1.5 card, because you do need to discard a card, Blackbeard. And having a 1.5 card Blackbeard is really good in the deck, because all you really do is you normal summon the Golden Hair, link into Almirage, discard a card from your hand, summon the Golden Hair back to the board, and then go ahead and make Blackbeard. Now, that is not that great on its own, and I can be honest, it's not amazing. But having the ability to go ahead and special summon the Almirage, special summon into the Golden Hair, go into your Blackbeard, it just guarantees that you have the ability to special summon any of your extra deck monsters during your opponent's turn, if any, and also gives you the ability to draw a card as well, which is really nice, getting you to more Plunder Patrol cards, and even can help with your OTKs as well. Where if you go ahead and do this with Golden Hair and you got a Helm in hand, well, you can go ahead and discard Helm, special summon 1 from the deck, go ahead and make your Blackbeard, use Helm's effect, special summon, like, I don't know, a Bluebeard from the deck or a Redbeard from the deck, and then you've just got 2 monsters that also allow you to go ahead and special summon from the extra deck on your opponent's turn as well. So it's got OTK potential, it's got that potential, it's got a decent amount of things, and Golden Hair just allows you to do a 1-card combo, which is really nice. Going into hand traps, we obviously play 3 Ash Blossom. It's Ash Blossom, I don't need to go too deep into it. Skullmeister, the format is currently really graveyard reliant, so I feel like Skullmeister is just a really strong card, so I wanted to play 2. And going into spells, so we're obviously playing a free Plunder Patrol Shipyard. This card is absolutely insane for a multitude of reasons. 1, it gives every Plunder Patrol on the monster 500 additional attack points for every Plunder Patrol card in the spell and trap card zone, and also you can go ahead and discard any card to add any Plunder Patrol card from your deck, and it has one more effect that says you can target 1 Plunder Patrol card in your spell and trap card zone, return it to your hand, and then set it into the field spell zone. It's an insane field spell. It literally has recursion, it has searchability, it has boosting. The card is absolutely insane and is a free of in the deck. I do not care what anyone says. We also play 2 Emblem of the Plunder Patrol. We're playing 2 of this just for the fact that 1, it allows me to transmog my Plunder Patrols during my turn. So if I've got, and also allows me to use attributes that are in my own graveyard. So, you know, we got Dark here, we got Fire here, that's Bran or Morek. But the reason we're playing this is because of that, and also for the fact that you can just go ahead and activate it and then return it to the hand with the field spell and then activate it again. So it's just like, it's free getting the field spell from the graveyard at the same time too, which is actually pretty nice. So 2 Emblem, it's a really decent card and just gives the ability to transmog, which for free, and that monster that you transmog into gains an additional 500 attack. So nothing bad there. And then we also play Plunder Patrol, Ship Shape Ships Shipping. And we're only playing one of this card because I find it to be a brick 9 times out of 10. You don't really ever want to see this card in your opening hand. You always want to be able to send it to the graveyard, to be able to banish it, to equip a Plunder Patrol monster from your deck to a Plunder Patrol monster you control, or even a Plunder Patrol emblem to a Plunder Patrol monster you control. So all it's really there for is to be able to banish it, equip an emblem, equip maybe a Whitebeard or something if you've got the shipyard in the graveyard, and then go on with your day. It's also a fusion spell, so if I do draw it, I can just go ahead and fuse 2 Plunders into Lease and be happy with there. Normally we would want Redbeard in hand for that, but it's a one-off, so it's just there for that reason. We also play 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, board white back row. I don't like back row. But continuing on, we play 3 Foolish Bearer of Goods. This card has a graveyard effect that says I get to go ahead and recycle it. This card has a graveyard effect that says I get to equip from the deck. This is a staple free of in the deck because it allows me to get to the field spell even easier, essentially making it free terraformings if I can equip a Plunder Patrol card, obviously. Or it basically says I can go ahead and use Ship Shape Shipping and then just go ahead and just banish it, equip an emblem, and have an instant transmog into anything I want. So it's just a really strong card. It lets me get to the field spell, it lets me get to Ship Shape Shipping, and it's just a really strong card. And if we open 2, then we just banish 1 with Bluebeard. It's discard 1 with Bluebeard. It's not the end of the world. 1 terraforming because obviously we're playing the field spell, 1 Foolish Burial to send the Golden Hair to the graveyard to essentially get 3 special summons. And also for the times where it's just like, well, I could send a Golden Hair, or I could send a Helm and then use Raven to return Helm to hand, and then special summon the Raven, then normal summon Helm, and then go from there too. Foolish Bearer has a couple of utility cards, things in this deck, and we play it for those reasons. Free Prosperity, this card can hurt you. You're normally only going to be banishing 3 with it, like 1 Almirage, 1 Blackbeard, 1 Moak, and then maybe these 3 as well if you ever draw the second one. Obviously, the card isn't amazing in this deck for the fact that it stops Blackbeard from triggering on my turn if I do use it. It doesn't allow me to use Bluebeard's effect to draw 1 and discard 1, but the reason we're playing it is because, well, this deck does need the consistency, and having the ability to just look at the top 3 cards of my deck, get to potentially a Raven, or a Helm, or the Field Spell, or a Foolish Bearer of Goods, or Duster to get rid of back row. It's a really strong card in the deck, and it's a really strong card in general, so we're playing 3 of it because of consistency reasons. We also play 3 Forbidden Droplets. I hate Dragoon. This card says I kill Dragoon. So simple as that, and also it has synergy with all the Plunder Patrol monsters that say sent from hand to graveyard, because literally activate it, discard Helm, you get to trigger Helm. Simple as that. So yeah, that's all the spell cards though. Going on to traps, we obviously play 3 Impermanence because we're playing hand trap package, and Impermanence is pretty good this format. And we also play 1 Plunder Patrol Booty because it's essentially an attribute changer for your opponent's board, and also a Call of the Haunted as well, which just says, oh, I can change your attribute, then I can special summon 1 from the graveyard. It's just a really good card, and we're playing it at 1. Going into the extra deck though, we play 2 Emerald for the Golden Hair combo, 3 Blackbeard to just be a draw and then special from the extra deck, 1 area for the times where we're up against a water deck, we steal their war monster, we go into Nightmare Unicorn, and then we could potentially go into Access Code Talker as well. It's just there for that reason. No, that's all. 3 Moek because it is the best one, being Dark is such a prominent attribute, and it literally just says discard a Plunder Patrol, banish an effect monster, search a spell or trap. Great. Good card. It's a free of. 2 Bran, it's a back row banisher, it's the same as Moek, but we need a fire attribute. Fire isn't as prominent in the game, so we're only playing the 2 Bran. And then finally, 2 Lease. Again, Light is a prominent archetype, but Lease is kind of the weakest one out of all of them for the fact that, well, it only negates a monster effect, it doesn't negate anything else, and getting a free summon is nice, but I would rather go ahead and summon a Moek. So having free Moek compared to free Lease is just my personal opinion. But that is the deck. This deck is very good, it's a very strong deck, and as long as you're not playing up against a wind deck or an earth deck, you're 9 times out of 10 going to be in a very good position. But guys, that's the deck profile. Let's go on to the games now, because I want to showcase what the deck is actually capable useful in some duels. So moving on to the game. First game we're going to be going against. Let's see what it is. We haven't won. Rock, scissors, scissors, paper to your rock. Dang it! We lost the rock, paper, scissors. Okay, but we opened a really good hand, but he made me go first. Okay, I'm a bit worried, but we opened the terraforming, so obviously we're going to start with this because it gets us to our field spell, and we want the field spell. The field spell is a godly card, so we add the field spell directly from our deck to our hands, and then we're going to go ahead and activate it. So then we activate the field spell, and then we're going to use the field spell, and we're going to discard Helm of the Plunder Patrol. So we go ahead and do that. We're going to search the busted card as Ravenwing. I really cannot wait for Ravenwing to come out in the TCG, guys. It's such a good card and so good for Plunder Patrol. But we're going to go ahead and use Helm, and Helm is going to go ahead and special summon us a Plunder Patrol monster from our deck. Now, the real question here is, what do I want to search? Because, what do I want to summon? Because there's quite a few options here. I could go ahead and summon Bluebeard just for the fact that I can draw one, discard one, draw one. I could go ahead and summon Ravenwing, but that's not really going to do anything. I could summon Redbeard as well, which would just really equip from the field, but it's not going to do anything. But we got options. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and summon we'll summon the Redbeard. So we're going to summon the Redbeard, and then we're going to go ahead and normal summon our Golden Head. We're then going to go ahead and now I have the choice. I have two choices. I can either go straight to Bran and have a guaranteed back row removal, which is just pretty good. It's not a bad thing. Or I can go ahead and use go into Blackbeard, guaranteeing me a draw if our opponent doesn't play Wind or Earth, and just go ahead into that. Now, obviously, I think the best play is just going into Blackbeard because it just guarantees us so much more. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So equip that. So we're going to equip the Matey just because it's a pretty good card to equip, plus it will give our monster an additional 500 attack. And then we're going to go ahead and activate our Ravenwing, which is going to return our Helm to hand, and we're going to go ahead and special summon the Ravenwing in defense. I am then going to go ahead and... You see, now we actually have a thing we could do. We could go ahead and... I could legit go ahead and special summon the Golden Hair, overlay these two, make a Moek, which isn't a bad choice, to be honest. It's a decision. It really is. So, do I want to summon the Moek? I think I do. Because summoning the Moek in defense... No, I want to send one from board. Oh, Robert made a mistake. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We just discard the Skullmeister and summon the Golden Head. But Robert made a slight mistake there. Because... we don't get free resources. But nonetheless, we're still going to go ahead and go through with it. So we're going to go ahead and summon this. Then we're going to go ahead and use the... I can go into the... You know what? I could go into the Bran. And then special summon the Redbeard. Which isn't bad either, to be honest. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. So we go ahead and summon the Bran. And then the Ravenwing will trigger. And we summon out the Redbeard. So now we've got the Redbeard, so we have 2 transmogs during our opponent's turn. And then we just go ahead and pass there. So we've got a Bran with 2500 boosting, our Redbeard and our Blackbeard. We can go ahead and equip the Bran to something if we do, because we can't really use it right now at all. And oh, Chaos Space. Okay, so he goes ahead and discards an Incantation Bookmark. That gives us our Dark. So... Well, I definitely have to go ahead and Ash this, because Chaos Space is just such a good card. So, I'll go ahead and Ash that. And I'll go ahead and chain as well the Blackbeard, which will go ahead and turn itself into a Moek. So we also draw a card. We drew an Emblem, that's pretty good. And we'll see what our opponent does. Now, if he kills the Redbeard, I'm fine with that, because then I just go ahead and equip it. So he goes in and summons a Wyvern Buster, and I can't not go ahead and use the Matey here to go ahead and summon a Lease, because the Lease just gives us so many free things. And because of that, I do want to chain to the summon. He's going to go ahead and use that. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and summon out the Talismandra. Now this negates and destroys. Negate the end. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and use the Lease and negate. I'm going to go ahead and send the lovely Matey to the grave. Or the Helm. And then we're going to go ahead and add a Plunder Patrol card from our deck to our hand. The card we're going to add will be a shape shipping, because we can go ahead and use the Moek to banish. And, well, our opponent just surrendered, but what you saw there was basically the fundamentals of the deck. It likes to go ahead and make these kind of boards, and pretty much what we were going to do is he was going to go ahead and attempt to search. He couldn't search with the Talisman. He had the Wyvern Buster, he had the BLS in hand, clearly didn't have enough resources to go any further. So all we were going to do is go ahead and summon another red bid from the deck, or even a blue bid to even go ahead and use the Moek to discard the Shape Shipping to banish the Wyvern Buster, and then from there we're just going to go ahead and OTK him and go into the next game. So that was the first game. Obviously pretty good. We opened a very good hand because we opened the Terraforming, we opened 2 Plunder Patrol monsters, we opened a very, very good hand along with 2 hand traps, and I made a slight misplay, not gonna lie, it was slight, but it happened, and we were still able to make a very strong board. Now, obviously, this was only an amazing board for the fact that our opponent was playing both dark and light monsters, but that's generally how the deck would go. But anyway, that's the first game. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Next game, let's see what we're up against. We won the rock, paper, scissors, so we're definitely going first. And we've opened a very, very good hand again. We've opened Pot Prosperity, Helm, Raven, and Ash Blossom with the Field Spell. So this hand is just absolutely insane, of course. It's a very dumb hand. But we're going to go ahead and activate Pot Prosperity, and we're going to banish the top 3, well, we're going to banish 3 cards from my extra deck. We're going to go ahead and banish a Blackbeard, a Almirage, and this. You two. Gotta give the opponent some good lucks as well. And we're going to activate the top 3. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, because we've already got the Shipyard and we've got the Helm, we're going to go ahead and take the Impermanence. So I'm absolutely fine. I don't care what they're going in the bottom because they're going to get shuffled anyway. And we're going to go ahead and activate the Field Spell. And use the Field Spell to discard our Helm. With the Field Spell, we're going to go ahead and search a Plunder Patrol monster that would be good to discard. I make myself clear. Well, actually, no, we don't really need summon one that would be good to discard. I think I would more prefer something that would be good to summon. So I think the card that we're going to get will be... We're going to get the Golden Hair, because the Golden Hair is just free recyclability every turn. So we're going to then go ahead and use the Whitebid. Whitebid is going to give us a free summon. The summon we're going to think... The card we're going to summon from the deck will go ahead and be a Matey again. And then what I'm going to do is, we're going to go ahead and use the Raven, targeting the Helm in our graveyard, and special summon this out. Go ahead and add that to hand. And then all we do again is we're going to go ahead and send these 2 to the graveyard. And we're going to go ahead and special summon... No, we're going to use the red bid, targeting the black bid to give it an additional 500 attack. And then we're going to set the impermanence in the middle column. And honestly, we could go a bit further. Like, I could go ahead and use this as effect to send a Plunder Patrol to the graveyard. And then we could go ahead and normal the Helm, but that would make us have no Plunder Patrols in our hand, and we need Plunder Patrol cards in our hand. So we're just going to go ahead and pass there, see what our opponent has, and hopefully they're playing a deck we can interact with Plunder Patrol cards. So, let's see what we're up against. Hopefully it is a deck we can... It's a Gishki deck. Okay, so... you can, if you ritual summon, you can discard one, add 1 Gishki ritual monster. So, he's playing Gishki. Now, that's not good for us at all. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and use the Ash Blossom. I don't want him searching any free cards. I really, really don't. So, we're going to make him discard the Gishki Vision. We're going to Ash it, stop him from searching. He goes ahead and summons this. When this card is normal summon, you can banish this card as a cost, special summon 1 level 4 lower. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Go ahead, get your free summon. He does that. That's good. What's he going to summon from the deck? He summons a Gishki Abystius. So when this card is summoned, you can add 1 Gishki monster with 1,000 or less. We're going to go ahead and imperm that. Like, I'm trying to stop him from getting to any of his good cards. And on my turn, I'm going to just go ahead and go in. So he's got 4 cards left in hand. Can he still play with only 4 cards in hand? Hopefully not. I really hope so. But we'll have to see what he has. So we're up... Like, it's also interesting to see Gishki, because I don't really see Gishki very often. And Gishki is actually a really cool deck from back in the day, which was one of the best ritual-based decks in consideration to a lot of other decks. So he goes into the end of the main phase, and he goes ahead and ends his turn. So we're going to go ahead and use Blackbeard here to go ahead and get a draw, because I would very much like a free draw. So we summon Blackbeard there. We got a pot of Foolish Burial of Goods. That's a really good card. And we also got the Emblem of the Plunder Patrol. This is actually pretty decent. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off with our Foolish Burial of Goods. And we're going to go ahead and send to Graveyard our Ship Shape Shipping. What we're going to do then is we're going to go and use... We're going to use Shipyard, discard Golden Hair, and we're going to add Raven to our hand. We're then going to go ahead and trigger our Golden Hair, which will discard Helm and summon her in attack. It doesn't really matter, we're just summoning her attack. Use the Whitebeard's effect to go ahead and special summon a Plunder from the deck. The Plunder we're going to summon from the deck will be a Redbeard. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and special summon out Bran. Summon him there. And then Mate is going to trigger, targeting the Bran to equip him to him. We're then going to go ahead and use our Raven, which is going to add back our Helm and special summon it. So currently this is technically enough damage for game, but we need to get a bit more cards on board. So, well, actually no, we have the normal summon, so we're just going to normal summon. Gonna enter the battle phase, say GG, because he has also said GG to me. And we're just going to attack for game. But what we could have also done, we could have overlaid, we could have banished the monster, and we could have done it that way too. But this is obviously going to be the better way, because it just guarantees that we have all the damage, we don't overextend, and we go for game a lot easier. But yeah, again, as you can see, like, we were sadly up against a water-based deck that time, and being up against a water-based deck did kind of hurt a bit. But even though it was a war-based deck, we were still able to plow through it. We opened the Ash Blossom, we had the Imperm, and then we would just be able to OTK very easily. But that was the second game. Let's go on to the final game of this video though, and hopefully we'll get a 3-for-3 win streak this day. Let's see what happens. Final game of the video. Let's see what we're going to be up against. Currently, rock, paper, scissors. Damn it! We lost the rock, paper, scissors again. But we opened a pretty decent hand. Now, we're up against Invoked. I'm not scared of Invoked. What I'm scared of is what we could potentially be up against, because if he's playing, for instance, the Winder package with the Dogmatica cards, that's going to be problematic for us, because Winder is a very good card. But if he's not, then I feel quite relieved, because he has every attribute that I actually want to play. He has the light with... Oh, he's playing... Okay, so he's playing Sid. He's actually playing Sid, so he's going to make a construct as well. But, so now he has literally every attribute I could potentially want. He has the light, he has the dark, and he has the fire. Those are the three attributes that we want to make. So this is just a very good matchup for us. But let's see what he's doing. So he's going to go ahead and send the Wendy. He's going to also go ahead and send the Reshadol. And he's going to use the Wendy, potentially summoning a beast from the deck. No, he's going to summon an Aerial. So he's probably got plans to go ahead and flip the Aerial after he banishes a construct and summons back the construct. So let's see what he's doing. He's going to go ahead and use the construct to return the Elshadol Fusion. Very good thing as well, because it allows him to get into his window as well on his turn. And he's going to go ahead and flip the Aerial. Aerial's going to be flipped, and Aerial will go ahead and summon the construct again, allowing him to get an additional send to the graveyard. Honestly, one of the better combos in the deck, but I don't always do it for the fact that Reshadol Incarnation can save you in so many instances where it's just literally, oh, I have a construct. Oh, my construct dies. Oh, I summon back construct. It's a really strong card. So he goes ahead and makes the IP Masquerena, and he's going to go ahead and add Schism. So now he definitely has access into that window, which I don't really want him to have access into. But he's going to go ahead and make a Mechaba. So he's got the Mechaba, he's got the window on lock. This is not the best board that I could be up against. See what he's got though. So he's got 4 cards in hand. I know two of them, because one's an L and the other one was an Alistair. He probably just set the Elshadol Fusion. And we drew a shipyard. Now, that's not the end of the world. It's actually pretty decent. But let's go ahead and see if we can't bait out some stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Terraforming. Hopefully he'll Mecha Barret. But no, he's going to go ahead and use the effect of Shadow Schism. Which, honestly, I can out. Depending on what he does, I can very easily out a window. So we go ahead and add the field spell to hand. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate Pot of Prosperity. Because I'm currently trying to play around the window, so we kind of have to, you know, do it this way. So we're going to banish the Emeralds, we're going to banish a Blackbeard, and we're going to banish a Mohawk. Okay. Alright, so it allows that to happen. And we got the Emblem. Now, the Emblem is actually what we wanted here, so that's good. So we go ahead and add that. These two go to the bottom of the deck. We're then going to go ahead and activate the Shipyard, which I'm assuming this is where he's going to use the Mecha Bar. If at any other point, like, it would be the best time to use it here. So, see what he does. He does not use the Mecha Bar. So he's being safe. Okay. So go ahead and send that. And we're going to go ahead and add to hand a Plunder Patroll Helm. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon. Yeah, we're going to normal summon the Helm. Now the question is he going to chain the IP Masquerader to make something like a Nightmare Unicorn? Because if he does that, that will be very problematic for me. But if he doesn't, I'm fine. Like, legit. Like, also, if he does do it, he has to get rid of the window, which I'm honestly not too... I don't think it's a bad thing if he gets rid of the window, but at the same time, it's annoying. So, we're going to go ahead and use Helm. Helm will go ahead and equip to the Whitebeard. Something else I could do as well is go ahead and summon the Lease, which wouldn't be bad either, because it's just a free negate. So that is also something we could do, but it really comes down to your preference. So we're going to go ahead and use the Plunder Patrol Emblem now. And we're going to summon the Moek. We kind of have to, because we want to get rid of the window. And getting rid of the window is just really good. So this is where he's going to use the IP. We'll see what he gets rid of with the IP. Now, I'm really hoping he chooses to get rid of the... I thought you couldn't use this as link material. Cannot be used as link material the turn it is link... Oh, it's the turn it's link summoned. Okay. So, because he's done that, he's discarded the dragon for cost. So we're going to go ahead and chain the Moek to force out the Mecha. We're going to discard the Shipyard, and we're going to target the window, forcing him to essentially use the Mecha. Okay, so he's forced to use the Mecha, and because of that, he's kind of spent on resources. He could still OTK me really easily, but I feel somewhat safe. So we're going to go ahead and set the booty, and I'm going to go ahead and pass. Like, as long as he doesn't have another monster or a trap, I am safe. If he has a monster or a trap, I'm done. There's an invocation. That's where this comes in bad. So we're going to have to try and play right now. We're going to have to try and stop him from winning. So we're going to go ahead and use this. We're going to turn something into a divine, because it really doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and take a Plunder from the graveyard. We're going to take the Helm. We're going to special summon the Helm. Okay. Makes another... Okay, so he's going to make an Augustes. I'm just going to chain. I would very much like to chain. Why was I unable to chain? Oh, I was unable to chain because of the window, yeah, so... Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because, that's just game, pretty much, I'm pretty sure, because of Does he have a fusion grave? Can I survive a turn? He has the Alistair in hand. That's... I can survive on 300 because he can't attack directly. But now he's got chains to whenever I special summon, which is unfortunate. Like, him having the second invocation was just unfair, I'm gonna be honest, but... Yeah, we'll see what happens. So he's gonna go ahead and attack with these. I'm gonna lose the booty as well, which is upsetting. Really upsetting. I really, really don't want to lose it, but I have to get rid of it because I don't control a Plunder monster. But we drew a Forbidden Droplets. Now, you see, this is really good, but he could obviously just have a second Winder, and if he has a second Winder, I'm just done. So it comes down to, oh, whoops, I misclicked. Okay, but we're gonna try and use the Shipyard, I guess then, and he's gonna go ahead and chain Schism. I really don't know if I have any ways to come back. He's going to banish the 2 from grave, summon a second Winder. Is there anything I can add that would be just really good? Yeah, so we get the Raven. Then we obviously use the Raven. Raven targets the Plunder Patrol. He goes ahead and chains the Mechaba. There's the Mechaba chain, and that's pretty much where we lose. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Like, I'm just gonna set the droplets and pass. Like, to be honest, as soon as he activated the Schism, that's where we kind of lost. It's not really easy to play around a Winder, and I personally know that from experience. Winder is a very, very strong card. I play it in, obviously, my Invoked build, along with the Dogmaticas, and even in Sid as well, which this guy is playing, and honestly, I love Sid. I've got a build coming for you guys. I'm just working on it. But, yeah, like, I kind of expected this, like, as soon as he activated the Winder, because the Winder just prevents us from doing so many things, and when our deck is primarily Special Summon based, and he has the one Mechaba that just stops us from playing the game, that's just what's going to happen. I'm not going to complain about it. It's how it be. He had the Winder, he won the rock, paper, scissors. If we went first, we would have been in a much better position because we had literally free field spell, which is not bad at all. I'm going to be honest. Having free field spell in this deck is not bad because you just discard one of them, and then that gives you infinite recyclability with your plunders in the back row, and also it gives you infinite ways, continuous plays to go ahead and get more searches. So this is, obviously he won the rock paper scissors, how it be, but it was still a good game. I feel like I tried my best to play around the Winder. He had the Schism. He opened the Invocation as well, which just sucked and stopped me from playing the game, but hey, that's how Yu-Gi-Oh! Be sometimes. I'm not going to complain. But, guys, that has been Duels and Deck Profiles for this week. There will be another poll coming soon on the community tab, so please keep an eye out for that. I'm just going to think of 3 archetypes that I really want you guys to vote for, because when it comes to thinking about what decks I want to build and what decks that I feel like are really good, what you guys might want to see, it comes down to that. Hey, if you even have some ideas of what you might want to see on the channel, comment them in the comment section below and they might end up on the poll. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to check out all the links in the description. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. Charmander is here as well, so please, you know, maybe boop his nose with the mouse because of no, don't do that. He doesn't actually like that. He's he doesn't like being booped. I'm sorry for booping you. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and army hearties, the Plunder Patrol are good.